I was once a preachy vegan. Ooh, controversy. Ooh, politics. Okay. The preachy vegan. How does it start? When you discover something that is new and mildly life-changing, you want to tell everyone about it. If you're into beauty, if it's a new makeup product, if you're into video games, if it's a really good video game, it's just human. People are going to say, well, not for me, Alright, coming from the perspective of veganism and of changing your entire perspective on the world, how you view animals, how you view other people, how you view food, changing your entire diet, explaining to everyone what you're doing tons of research on all of the industries and how to stay healthy and how to eat and how to do this and this and this. These are people who have seen hours of documentaries and who have poured themselves into this brand new thing. They want to tell everyone all of the stuff that they just learned. They want to share it. And coming from the perspective of a once preachy vegan, you don't realize what you're doing. So what happens is these vegans will come up to people, or they'll talk to people in their family, or they'll say things online to the effect of, why don't you do this and this and this? Don't you know this and this and this? Or haven't you heard this and this and this? Let me tell you, XYZ. We've all seen it before. A lot of us have perpetuated this. It's perfectly natural for people to immediately shut down when this happens. Because if you come to somebody and you try to alter their entire worldview, they're not going to react well. That's a whole nother video, but the brain shuts down when new perspectives try to force its way into its existing schema, because the brain is like, no, Danger Will Robinson, I don't want to hear about it. So what ends up happening is on one side you have the preachy vegan who doesn't realize they're being preachy. They're just trying to share and to help because they're so passionate about their new cause. They are so just filled with so many emotions that are happening. They're filled with so much love for animals, and they're filled with so much hate for the industry, and they're a mess, and they're going to be a mess for months. And then you have the other people on the other side of that who are going along with the rest of society, are complacent in going along with the rest of society, and are having to deal with somebody who comes along and tries to tell them why what they're doing is wrong and unethical, and how they need to change, and how this is bad for them and this is bad for them. And if you're on that perspective, if you're on that side, and you're enjoying your burger, you're enjoying your cheese fries, whatever, and then somebody, comes along and tries to tell you all these things, you're not going to react well. You're going to be like, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear about it. And that's natural. That's what the brain is doing. The brain is saying, peace. But, so right now, this is the problem, is once you've been vegan for a while and you've, been called a lot of things and dealt with every single type of reaction that there is, you develop a thick skin and you develop a certain sense of apathy with these experiences. So when you're out with somebody and you say, oh, I'll have the vegetarian, then you go, oh, wow, that's really great, but I could never do. Instead of the preachy vegan response, the new vegan response of going, you could never, but don't you know about and don't you know that this is this and this and this and this? Instead, the aged vegan goes, I really think you could if you wanted to. I thought it was going to be really hard, but 2 years strong, it's the easiest thing I've ever done. Any form of activism is only successful when it's calm, peaceful, non-accusatory. To the people who are being somewhat preachy, who just want everybody to get on their side and get passionate about what they're passionate about, you just need to take a breath, and you need to realize that it's going to suck, but people are not going to care. And they're not going to care because they care about other things in their life. That doesn't make them less of a person. That doesn't make them more of a person. It makes them different. Unfortunately, we get into this headspace of thinking that we're better because we are less cruel with our diets. We are not giving money to the industries that are torturing these animals and whatever. And yeah, on some level, we are doing good, and other people are not doing that form of good. But who is to say that in other aspects of your life, you're a shitty person? If you're good with the veganism, you may be horribly abusive in your other interpersonal relationships. Vice versa, somebody who eats a normal standard American diet could be doing amazing things for the world. Life is much more complicated than good and bad. So the people who are slamming vegans and who are like, get your views out of my face, XYZ, just take a breath. Understand that all they are doing is they are so passionate about this one cause and they care so much and they don't really know how to handle that emotion yet. And it'll come in time, it will, but you can just try to understand their perspective. And then, for the vegans, you just need to understand that you're not better, life is messy and complicated, you're doing a good thing, and if you really want to use your veganism as a form of activism, you have to be calm and you have to be understanding and a little bit apathetic when you're talking to people. And you don't say to people, oh, you need to do this, because people are going to be like, no, I don't. So, TLDR, please be a little nicer to each other. And that's what I hope this video has gotten across. I hope you liked my first video. Subscribe for more. Okay, goodbye.